Welcome back to another episode of the No Money Real Estate Podcast. And I've done a couple episodes on a recent trip I did to Barbados. I got back into town and I realized that I still had a couple more sessions to record around some questions that people I know had been asking me. So I put out this post on social media saying, hey, I'm going away for 2 days. It's a content creation trip. It's a last minute thing. Give me some topics. And a really good buddy of mine, Ryan Weir, who's a real estate agent, a very successful real estate agent, said, thanks for this, Ken. What is your best advice for a real estate agent doing 55 to 65 transactions a year to get to 100 transactions a year? Tell me, and I went back to him, I said, tell me a bit more about this. Did you do these yourself? And he said, yes, sir, mostly past clients, search engine optimization, referrals, the odd deal for open houses and other sources. I think to get to 100 is doable without stacking admin assistants, just need to figure out where the new business is generated from, Facebook ads, leads, etc. My market size is 70,000, 1,200-ish homes per year. Well, look, we need to really unpack this to help Ryan. So the first thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna get started right after this.
Hey, my name's Ken Dunn, and I'm a real estate investor. I want to welcome you to the No Money Real Estate Podcast. On this show, I'm going to interview elite level real estate investors from all over North America, and I'm going to help you to see one thing that all successful real estate investors have in common. They built their portfolios without using a dime of their own money. I've got a portfolio of $300 million in real estate. That includes resorts, apartment buildings, commercial buildings, and I built the entire portfolio without using a dime of my own money. Real estate is a business that anybody can get into, but the strategies that those tight real estate investors use to build massive portfolios have been kept secret for decades. Now, because of this show, I'm going to reveal them to you. So let's get started.
Listen, this is going to be an episode that I think a lot of real estate agents are going to be interested in. And first, I want to say congratulations to Ryan. 50 to 60 ends in a year as a real estate agent is an incredible accomplishment. Now, a lot of real estate agents would just rest on their laurels. If they're doing that type of volume, that means you've got regular referrals coming in from happy past clients, and you're doing some of the little things right, and it's just keeping that flow of leads coming in, which is fantastic. That is a successful business. Depending on the market you're in, if an average end makes you 5 to 10 grand, there's $500,000 to $600,000 in income. If you're in a bigger market like Toronto, where you could be getting closer to 15 grand, that's $1 million average income. But Ryan's question was, how can I get to 100? And he said, without stacking on admins and assistants. And basically, so what he was saying was, Ryan, you were saying, how can I work harder? My question to you is, do you really want to work harder? Or do you want to go in a totally different direction? Because here's my biggest piece of advice to you. Treat it like a business. That'd be my biggest piece of advice to you, because there's one thing for sure, Ryan. I know you can get to 100 deals per year, but you're going to be busy as hell if you don't start treating your business like a real business. In any business, it's all about scaling, right? That's what a business is for. It's to scale a way you make money, plain and simple. Gives you the chance to bring in people to help you, to start focusing on helping other people that are in your business with you, that are doing the same thing, pushed in the same direction. But if you look at any of the top real estate agents in North America, they are all treating it like a business. They have teams of people that are helping them. And so one of the things I would do, Ryan, if I were you, is I would start studying other agents in other markets that are doing hundreds of deals per year. Just look at their models and see what they're doing. My biggest piece of advice to you, though, would be to start actually treating it like a business. On the back end, I would say start reviewing what you're doing to make sure you're optimizing your business for your tax laws in your country. So I believe you're a Canadian and you're doing this in Canada. If that's the case, make sure you're doing things so you can make the most money through CRA's processes. If you're still doing all of this in your personal name, you're paying way too much in income tax. Put it into a business, start writing off your expenses in before tax dollars. See, that's the biggest benefit to a guy like you. Making sure you're structured in a business properly is if you're not structured in a business, you pay tax first. Then you can pay for your car, pay for your house. If you put this all into a company, then all those expenses are before tax expenses. You can pay for your car before you pay income tax. You can pay for your condo before you pay income tax. You pay for your cell phone before you pay income tax. So make sure you're structured in a business first. At the level you're at now, you need to run all this through a proper incorporated company. Now, once you get that incorporated company set up properly, get a good accountant, even if it's part-time, because they're going to see ways that you can optimize your doing that you might not think of yourself. Now, on the point of getting to 100 deals a year, I don't think you want to work harder. If I remember correctly, you're a very avid golfer and you do a significant amount of golfing in the summertime. So you want to do this in a way that fits your lifestyle and you can continue doing the things you're best at. So in other videos I've talked about on this channel, I've talked about scaling businesses in general. And one of the secrets to knowing when you should scale your business, if you're ready to do it, and how you should do it, is the revenue you're making. So in your business now, if you did 50 or 60 deals, this business revolves around you. And so whatever you do, you want to make sure that you bring on staff, you bring on people to help you so that they can take care of more of the back end stuff that you don't want to do and let you spend more time doing the front end stuff, the lead generation, finding more deals, and serving your clients and customers. If you think about how I built my enterprise, today we have over 40 employees and another 20 contractors, so over 60 team members on our team. But this all started when I hired one person to help me. And I was in a very similar situation to you. I was making a lot of money, but I was working 20 hours a day and I wanted to make even more money. I wanted to scale my business, but I wanted to be doing more of the things that were revenue generating things and less of the things that weren't. So what did I do? I hired an operations person. And when I first hired that operations person, I hired them part-time. And I came up with a whole list of things that I didn't like doing, but I was forced to do that were stopping me from doing more of the revenue generating activities. And I don't know what that exactly looks like in your life, Ryan, but if you do this the right way, let's say you go out and you find an operations person who knows about real estate and is in the real estate world, they can help you with so much of the back end stuff, the paperwork stuff, the sending documents to lawyers, making sure you get paid. And you can do this in a way that's really cash economical. So you can start somebody as a contractor 20 hours a week, just doing enough that they can help you. But what you do is you make a promise to them that as you scale, you'll bring them on full time, you'll get into a revenue share with them. Find that right person. In my business, I found that right person. Today, she's the president of my companies and an equity partner. But that's why our businesses are scaling, because in the very, very beginning, I went out and I started bringing on people to help me with the back end of the business so I could focus on revenue generation. I needed to stay focused on revenue generation so our business could keep growing. And that would probably be my biggest piece of advice to you. Now, the other thing, Ryan, I did a little audit. I went and tried to find you online, and that was one thing I didn't see a lot of. So the other piece of advice I would have for you is if you're looking for a way to generate more leads, more customers, more clients without spending more money, become active on social media. Create a YouTube channel, create a TikTok account, create a LinkedIn account, create an Instagram account, a Facebook account, and start publishing content. Start publishing videos where you walk homeowners through how they need to set up their homes if they want to get the most money when they sell their home. Start publishing videos where you talk to people about different ways they can become homeowners if they don't have a significant down payment. If you go to ChatGPT and you say, prompt ChatGPT and say, I want to start publishing content that will help me attract new home buyer clients or new people that want to sell their homes and use me to do it. What are some of the topics that I should produce content on? And that person on the back end, the operations person, you could actually even get them, you find somebody that has some video and picture editing skills. So you could record all the content, but you could give it to people on your team to let them do that back-end editing. And you could be all just one person. If you start publishing significant amount of contents now and share your expertise with the world, you're gonna get even more clients coming to you. And then of course, I know the brokerage you're with, use their CRM, make sure that all the leads you're creating online through a new organic social media publishing strategy, make sure that all those leads go into a proper CRM. And then here's the second thing you could do. using your CRM with your leads, you could get somebody to farm those leads for you and set up the appointment. So I know in your comments you said to me you wanted to see if you could get to 100 deals a year without hiring an admin assistant or a back-end assistant. I think that's gonna be a real pain in the ass for you. I think at 50 to 60 deals a year, you're doing well enough now that you should bring on a part-time operations person on the back end to help you and start scaling and put together a real business plan for scaling. Because you're gonna get to the point where if you put your mind to it and you say, I wanna do 100 deals next year, and you bring on somebody to help you with operations, when you get to 100 deals, you're not gonna stop there. You're gonna say, I want 150 deals next year. I want 200 deals in the next year. And you're gonna inevitably get yourself to the point where you can't do it without people. So you might as well put a real serious plan together now to start scaling.